Well, joining me now is Republican Congressman from Florida, Representative Mike Haridopolos. Thank you for being with us this morning, Congressman. I'm curious your reaction to the negotiations and lack of a deal this morning. Is this a failure for the United States?
Well, it's a failure for Iran. As you know, they have a long history of simply not telling the truth, always delaying. And once again, they prove their goal is to acquire a nuclear weapon. This is what we're all concerned about as you see this radical regime that has killed tens of thousands of their own citizens, let alone wreaked havoc on the Middle East for decades, is unwilling to reach a common sense compromise. And it's the reason why all of their neighbors sided with Israel, of all people, of all nations, and the United States. And finally, J.D. Vance is, as the rumor mills go, especially, he was not a big fan of this potential action. He was the one at the negotiation tables looking for a peace deal, and we could still not get it from the Iranians. And so we're going to have to be aggressive and do everything we can to make sure that Iran never gets that nuclear weapon, and we finally have peace in the Middle East. And we're going to have to do it through pure strength.
And we just heard this from President Trump, and I wanted to read it here. We have a new Truth Social post from the president, and we can read it here saying, so there you have it. The meeting went well. Most points were agreed to, but the only point that really mattered, nuclear, was not. So effective immediately, he says, the U.S. Navy, the finest Navy in the world, he says, will begin the process of blockading any and all ships trying to enter or leave the Strait of Hormuz. I know that's just coming in, but I wanted to get your reaction to that post from the president.
Well, as we're taking this news in, the good news we've heard over the last 24 hours is the United States Navy is starting to make movements and action in the strait. It is a vital strait for many nations, especially China and India. And of course, we hope our friends with NATO will finally step up in this condition and open up this vital sea lane. But that said, we're going to play hardball here. Remember, we've been dealing with this country since 1979, and we're going to make moves that make sure that we have a long, sustained peace. We tried everything. Think about it. Even back in 2015, billions of dollars were given to the Iranian government. They opened up the trade opportunities, meaning sanctions were taken away. And we did everything to try to help the Iranian people get on their feet and move beyond this crazy idea of acquiring a nuclear weapon and putting the world in jeopardy. We did everything we can. Now the United States has got to use the most effective military in the world to make sure that we ultimately decide how to keep this sea lane open, vital to the rest of the world. But the good news is the United States is becoming energy independent. We have a great relationship with Venezuela now, so we're going to be less dependent on countries like Iran in the future.
So the president's saying this, I'm just reading back through this Truth Social post. He's saying that we're going to begin the process of blockading any and all ships trying to enter or leave the Strait of Hormuz. But isn't that something that Iran was already doing? I mean, isn't Iran the one that has their hand on the Strait of Hormuz and is really trying to use this as the negotiating tool? Do you feel that, although the president says Iran has no cards, do they have this, and are they playing this right now?
Well, I would liken them to a sniper now in a city that's been taken over. They're going to take pop shots, whether it be with drones or other items. But again, in the last 24 hours, the good news for the world, let alone the United States, is the simple fact that our United States Navy is starting to clear out those mines, trying to create those open sea lanes to help the entire world. Again, even when our own allies, like in NATO, don't stand by our side, we're trying to promote world peace. We're trying to stabilize the situation. But we're never going to make a deal with a country that is going to use terrorist-style tactics to control a vital sea lane. We're going to project our power so they cannot, and we're going to, again, show their neighbors that we are a better friend than Iran will ever be, even though they have some common religious ties.
Yeah, it's interesting because I know President Trump told me yesterday that they were sending over ships to remove the mines and get the mine equipment over there to make sure they can open it back up. Now he's saying we're going to make sure that people are blockaded from getting it through. So we'll have to follow up on more of that because that does affect the global oil supply. I wanted to ask you quickly, though, what this means for that ceasefire that's set to run out this week, this Tuesday or Wednesday or so. Do you think the fighting kicks back off again? Where does this end ultimately?
Well, this is a challenging situation. Again, I think a lot of us are still questioning who really runs Iran. As you know, we've taken out their entire leadership structure. And of course, they have no air force. Their Navy is at the bottom of the sea. Yes, they can take these pop shots at us with drones and etc., but we're going to continue to knock out their factories, and we're going to have to look at all options. Again, this is about world survival here. And because just about a week ago, we saw that they fired a missile over 2,500 miles away. That was twice as far as anyone ever thought they could. So again, they simply don't tell the truth. It's very challenging to negotiate with a nation that historically has said one thing and done another. We've exhausted every peace opportunity, whether it be Republicans or President Obama, with offering them billions of dollars in the end of sanctions. They're an apocalyptic group that simply wants to dominate the region and are willing to go to extremes to keep power.
We'll have to leave it there. Congressman from Florida, Mike Haridopolos. We'll see you back on the Hill this week. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly.